Alright guys, jeez, noisy trucks. Today we're going to go in with this Hilux and we're going to have a play around with the DPF back system on it. We'll go with a 3.5 inch, that's usually what our go-to is on the DPF stuff. Seems to just be the right amplifying pipe size to make it work. So we're going to have a play with that right now. Alright, so this is the current model Toyota Hilux and their greatest offering. It is the later model engine, so we've got the 2.8 for all you guys who are more familiar with the 3 litres. It's absolutely nothing the same. It's a whole new engine, whole new vehicle. In which case these do have the DPF in them. So what we're going to do is a little bit of testing today. We're going to make up a system for it and try out if we can get any sound out of the DPF on this particular model of vehicle. Had a fair bit of success on other models. The Triton comes up quite well. NPs are obviously a good vehicle to work with, and we do systems for Rangers and Land Cruisers and so on and whatevers. So we'll have a good play with this one. I can tell you we've played with a few other vehicles and not had a great deal of success. So let's make a system for this and see what it sounds like. This is the stock system off the Hilux. It's a 409 stainless system. It's a mandrel bent at a 2.25, 2.5 inch, goes up and down a little bit. Over diff out the back. A large muffler, absolutely no need for the muffler. DPF vehicles don't make any noise, but nonetheless they have them anyway. Go figure. So what we're going to do is go from the down section of the piping where the DPF is, and we'll make a system. We're going to end at the diff, so we're going to come to about this point about here, and we'll turn it down at the diff. We're doing a 3.5 inch stainless steel tube with a 60-degree turn down at the end. So this is our 304 stainless steel in 3.5 inches. That's the pipe we're going to be using. This is the front pipe that connects to that muffler we saw over there on the ground before. They're a dual wall, so actually the size inside is not as big as you first think when you look at the outside. What I'm going to do is I'll put the other piece back on the car to see if it's going to work for me. It does. I'm going to expand this so the inner comes to touching the outer to lock the two back together. I'll actually expand it a little bit over, so it's about 3 inches. At the moment it's about 2 3/4 of an inch. Then what I'm going to do is use one of these cones. This will step us from 3 inches out to 3.5 inches. It's a nice smooth transition. Aesthetically it looks good, and it's just got a nice linear flow to it. And this is our finished product. Like we say, it is a 3.5 inch 304 stainless steel. It's a 60-degree turn down before the diff. Stainless steel hangers. Center hanger back with a brace on it, so it's nice and sturdy. And it's a dead straight line. It is about 2.5 meters of tube. The idea of it being as straight as possible like this is that it's going to echo whatever sound's coming out of our DPF to try and amplify it as best possible. That cone went in there quite nicely, as you can see. And then, like I say, I just expanded this first piece of pipe. There's a ball flange just up in there. We've reused that. It's not a common one. I can't actually replicate it. So we've reused that and this front piece of pipe. Bolted those back together and that's us. Super simple. No need for it to be any more than that. So I think we should bring it down, see if it sounds any good. Alright guys, well that's kind of it. It's actually a lot quieter than I thought it was going to be. I really expected these to have more of a note to them. It's not that it doesn't exist, there is a small amount of note. I'm sure under load the vehicle would probably have a small note to it. Is it a good enough upgrade for it to be a production system? I'm going to leave that up to you guys. I'd really like to know. Put some comments down below and let's see. If there's some interest in it, we'll put it in a production. If it's one of those things where no one's really too bothered, well, we might let this one go. Let us know. Thank you very much for watching.